We're going to talk some Steelers. Obviously, we're going to talk some Buccaneers too. I'm going to get into these lineups because I don't want to cheat people. That was the name of the video. As you can see, I'm going for it tonight, guys. I've playing multiple lineups, and I'm trying every which way but loose. And I'm here to share them with you guys. Looks like I got about 10 lineups in tonight. So without further ado, let's get into them. And then we're going to get into some other stuff, some Steeler talk. This first lineup, I went ahead and put AB as my captain. The other positions, Peyton Barber, starting running back for the Buccaneers. Deshaun Jackson, he's been having a great season so far. Jesse James, as I was saying earlier, seems like he catches a lot of balls towards the goal line, close to the goal line. Went ahead and fit Ben in here. He had a big last week, fantasy-wise last week, even though they didn't pull out the win. This James Washington has been coming up in a lot of my lineups, not only for salary cap reasons, but he has been getting some decent targets. And I do have to pay down considering the talent I have on here already with AB, D Jackson, and Ben. That's the first lineup. Shook the dice up on the second lineup. I went ahead and taking Ben as my captain. Hopefully we can get some of that steel curtain mojo going tonight, get a few turnovers, get our man Watt, TJ Watt, to get about 2 or 3 sacks. Steelers may put up a good number. Their defense may put up a good number. We shall see. And then I went ahead and Peyton Barber, you see him again, Antonio Brown, Jesse James, and Juju. Guys, I have a good feeling about this lineup. As long as that Steelers defense can do something, it's going to be a pretty big task facing Fitzpatrick. You see the numbers he's been putting up. But the way I look at it, I don't see the Steelers defense being very chalky. So I'm going to slide them in there. I may be able to pull off a sneak victory with that. Third lineup down, I've got Fitzpatrick as my captain. I'm trying to cover all the angles here, guys. Once again, Peyton Barber. I may need to limit my exposure to him. Flex, James Conner, other flex, Mike Evans. Heard some good stuff about this tight end Howard from the Buccaneers and Vance McDonald. He seems to always snag a touchdown or two in the red zone every now and then. So I went ahead and fit him in there as well. Fourth lineup down. I really got to limit my exposure to Barber. Got to get him out of some of these lineups. Fourth lineup down, Fitzpatrick as the captain. As you guys know, that captain's getting 1.5 times the points. Then Barber, Jesse James, Roethlisberger, Juju, and Washington. A lot of these lineups look the same. Next lineup down, we got Antonio Brown as a captain. Barber again. Deshaun Jackson, Jesse James, Roethlisberger, Washington. A lot of these lineups look the same. Once again, Barber. Let me just take a look here. I got to get Barber out of. Yeah, I'm exposed to him way too much. I'm going to get him out of. That's the only lineup he's not in is Fitzpatrick, Howard, Jackson, James, Roethlisberger, and Washington. So you guys see what I'm trying to do, mixing and matching. I'm going to get Barber out of half of these lineups. We're going to fix this one right now. Got to limit your exposure to certain players. He may, he's yet to prove himself, so there's no reason for me to have him in every lineup. That's just common sense. So let's get him out of this one and see who we can fit in his place. So I'm working with $4,700 cap space. What can we do? Vance McDonald. Washington, as you can see, the reason why these guys have been in my lineup so much. That doesn't even look, yeah, that is the same one. Guys, I'm open for any suggestions. Let me pull my comment box back up here, because I am open. Group chat. Any suggestions, I'm open to them, guys. I'm here to help you. Your help would be greatly appreciated as well. I'm curious, is Hayward Bay, is he active? What's the story with him? It seems like the Steelers offense always plays better with Hayward Bay in. Just my opinion. I haven't seen much of him this year. I know he has 0 targets. So just something to throw out there. I mean, with all these lineups, probably can't hurt if I throw him in a few and see what happens. I don't know what the official story is, though. Does anybody? Let's take a look and see if we can't find and see if he's at least on the injury report or what's going on. And guys, don't forget, you got to try predict picks. I mean, I'm sitting here talking about DraftKings, FanDuel, blah, blah, blah. You see me, I'm trying to fit, 6 to 9 guys in a lineup. Predict picks, you only have to pick 2 to 4 people to go over or under their projected total. You can win a lot of money. Very easy. I can get you a direct invite. Just get a hold of me, drop your email in the comments, and I'll send you an invite. There's also another way to get in using my invite code. You go to www.predictpicks.com, click on I was invited by a friend, and then you make sure to use my invite code Greek. So brought up the Steelers injury report. This is from 4 days ago. It's like Morgan Burnett's headlining. Wow, we haven't won a game, and our composite power ranking is 8. Wow. How about those games yesterday? What's going on with Green Bay? What happened to Minnesota? Are they going to try to give Drew Brees one of those Peyton Manning send-offs? I'm starting to get a little suspicious here, guys. Okay, Pittsburgh Steelers are currently dealing with several injuries to several prominent players. David DeCastro is currently dealing with a fractured hand. That is a key of the Steelers' offensive line. I can say DeCastro is. They should be able to wrap that. Joe Hayden continues to work through a hand injury. Wow. Marcus Gilbert is also working through a hamstring injury, while fellow offensive lineman Foster is trying to play through a knee injury. So we got 3 guys banged up on the O-line. That's having a hard time protecting Ben as is. We have Hayden with a messed up hamstring. Our secondary is getting burnt as is. Wow. Fitzpatrick might throw 6 touchdowns. Morgan Burnett, doubtful, did not participate. Yeah. Figures, groin injury. Who else? Who else's vagina is hurting this week? Let's see. Guys, please excuse my humor there. I mean, but come on. Let's win a game here, guys. We already know about DeCastro. I mean, you have a broken hand. You can wrap that up, a fractured hand. I mean, come on. I guess that would mess with your pass protection a little bit. And that's all we really do anymore is throw the ball. Which may be our problem. Maybe we need to establish around O'Connor, huh? Get more people up in the box. So we can see DeCastro and Burnett are out. I haven't seen anything about Hayward Bay. It makes me want to put him in the lineup. He always stretches the field. He always comes up with some big catches for us. Especially when we need him, especially when we're down. Anybody out there know the situation with Hayward Bay? Anybody know? I'm putting in the comments now. Anybody know about Hayward Bay? I mean, they have him listed at $200. I mean, is he cut? Is he not on a team? I'm a Steelers fan. I should know this stuff. I'm trying to find out. I will. This injury. I'm even on his roster spot in camp. I mean, what's going on here? Yeah, we know the offensive line is banged up. The pass rush for Tampa Bay. I really haven't seen it in the news. I'm not going to downplay it. So, well, we have a rookie starting here tonight. Let's take a look here. BJ Finney is an experienced lineman, and he should be able to pick up some slack. Filling in on the line, backup Matt Filer. Chuck's, wow, Okafor. Filer's going to get the nod if Gilbert can't go. So Villanueva's got good words for this guy and Finney. So it looks like they may be able to step up and do the job. Still searching for Hayward Bay. Let's take a look and see. This DraftKings is dirty. They'll put people on the lineup that haven't played in 6 years. I'm just saying. Is my computer going to freeze up or what? Give me a break. So the odds, we have the Buccaneers -2. The total on the game is 55. So should stack skill positions. I was crazy. I did put a defense in one of my lineups. Let's see here. I have 4,700 here. I got Ben, AB, Juju, Jesse, and the Steelers defense, which means I need to get a Buccaneer in this lineup. And look who is available. Peyton Barber. I've seen this guy's name in the end zone a few times. If not this year, over the past few years, he doesn't have any targets. He was expected to split more pass catching work with Howard. Yeah, he does have an impressive career body of work. Like I was saying, he only played 14 snaps to Howard's 46 on Sunday. So this may be a sneaky play here. This Cameron Braid fellow. I'm going to go ahead and insert him in there. I'm going to go ahead and take the Steelers defense out. There's just too many points that's going to be scored in this game. I got to play with my head, not my heart. So we have 5,500 left here. 100 away from O.J. Howard, which we already have a tight end from Tampa Bay in. So we're going to go ahead and slide Mr. Well, we already have a tight end there, so we'll go ahead and throw Washington in the mix. I'm going to go ahead and save that. And I'm going to find out about Hayward Bay, if he is playing, if he is in the lineup. I'm going to go ahead and get him into some of these lineups. So one more time, let's take another quick rundown. AB, Peyton Barber, D. Jackson, Jesse James, Roethlisberger, Washington in that lineup. Second lineup, Roethlisberger as a captain, Cameron Brate, Antonio Brown, Jesse James, Juju Smith-Schuster, and James Washington. Third lineup down, Fitzpatrick, Barber, Connor, Evans, Howard, McDonald. Fourth lineup down: Fitzpatrick, Barber, Jesse James, Roethlisberger, Smith-Schuster, James Washington. I want to put Connor in that lineup for some reason. Is AB in any of these lineups here? Okay, 1, 2. Okay. Got to make sure you got your playmakers in there, guys. Fitzpatrick again, Barber, Jesse James, Roethlisberger, Juju, James Washington. Barber and Washington are on. I mean, it seems like they found their way on every one of these lineups. Captain AB, Peyton Barber, Deshaun Jackson, Jesse James, Roethlisberger, Washington. I really got to limit myself from this Barber-Washington combo. I got a feeling that's going to be the downfall of my lineup. So you guys get the gist of it. I'm going to do some work on here and try to limit my exposure to these guys somehow. I mean, Barber's just everywhere I turn. First play of the game, Cameron Hayward strips Barber. Yeah. I'm due for some good fortune, guys. I got, 10 lineups out there. You've seen them all. You're welcome to play them. I'm curious to know what's going on with my boy here. What happened to Hayward Bay? Why aren't they playing him? You know? Let's take a look. Anybody have any suggestions on lineups? Throw them to me. Let me know what's going on. Let's see here. Steelers. Active roster. We'll go depth chart. Pick up Hayward Bay for $200 and he scores a touchdown and has 100 yards receiving. That is a steal. That, my friends, are, pickups that can win a grand prize. So, about had it with Le'Veon. He can go somewhere else for all I care. If he cared about the Steelers, he would have worked his contract down to win. That's what it's about. You got the rest of your year to make money, Le'Veon. So Hayward Bay is on the depth chart. I can see it's time for him to step up. Honestly, guys, I'm going to fit him into more of these lineups because I think tonight might be a little outcoming party for our man. So let's get him in the lineups. Let's get Washington out of here, and we're going to put Hayward Bay in. It's one guy, he has no targets all year, and I know that's one of Ben's favorite receivers. So that may be the answer to Pittsburgh's troubles. If a common fan, an average sports prognosticator like me can figure that out, I'm sure the coaching staff can figure it out. You see, our boy is all the way down here at $200. Boom, I'll take him. Hayward Bay, let's do something tonight, baby. And that left me with $3,500. So guess who I can get rid of? I can get rid of Mr. Barber, hopefully. That's it. It's all about limiting your exposure, getting the best players on your lineup, on the field. Let's see here. Let's get rid of that. Mr. Barber, he really hasn't done much to warrant to be on every lineup I have. So that freed up $8,000. See, there's a funny cutoff here from Godwin to Schuster. It goes from 6,200 all the way up to 9,000. And Juju really would be nice to fit right there. Really would be nice. Let's check out Mr. Godwin, see what kind of targets. So he has 2 touchdowns on a year. Sounds great. Let's go ahead and fit him in. It's better than looking at Barber in every lineup. So we're going to go ahead and save that. And these are the big money lineups, so I really need to take a look at these. These are what we're going to focus on right now. Let's take a look at the comment section, see if anybody's chimed in. Nope, don't see anything. Guys, you're welcome to chime in. That comment section is up. Let's take a look at this second lineup. Okay, we just worked on that. Mr. Brait. You know what? We should really get funky on them, and I'm going to go ahead. Wow, we still had 1,900 left on that. If I pick up Hayward Bay, drop Washington, and drop James, let's see what we can do. So let's take a look. I really hate to drop Jesse James because, like I said, he catches a lot of balls down in the red zone. Pause. So we dropped Washington. Well, let's pick up Hayward Bay. And he's going to take Jesse's spot. That leaves us $10,000, $10,500 to play with. Look at that. Look at that. Ben and Fitz. Roethlisberger, Antonio Brown, Juju Smith-Schuster, Fitzpatrick, Hayward Bay, Brait. I'm 300 over salary cap. Let's see what we can do here. We'll take Juju out, and I'm going to go ahead and fit Deshaun Jackson in there. I love the way that lineup looked, guys. I love this lineup. Ben Roethlisberger, a captain, Antonio Brown, Deshaun Jackson, Fitzpatrick, Hayward Bay, and Cameron Brait. We're going to go ahead and save that. That just may be the winning lineup. That just may be $1,500 in the pocket. So let's run that back one more time. Yep, you see it. Both quarterbacks, both big-time receivers, and two sleepers for tonight, Brait and Hayward Bay. It's time. It's time for them to unleash Bay. I mean, they need to. They got to get him out there. Let's take a look at the rest of these lineups. I do know I want to get Barber and Washington out of those. We're going to go ahead and leave Barber where he sits on that. I'm going to keep him in one of them. And we're going to go play the Hayward Bay game on this lineup as well. $200. I mean, he's just sitting down there at the bottom of the stack. And if the Steelers offense really, really gets going, Hayward Bay is going to get going. No targets all year. Let's get the ball to my boy. I'm going to talk it up. I'm going to talk it up, folks. Okay. Barber, get out of here. You're in too many lineups as is. So let's get Hayward Bay in here. We got Fitz and Roethlisberger on this one as well. Let's put Hayward Bay in there. If he doesn't play, he doesn't play. It's a game. If he does play, I may just win it all. So that leaves $8,400 for our last flex position. And good old Deshaun Jackson. He's doing too much not to play him. I'm going to go ahead and save that. Well. No AB. There is a Juju, though. And a Jackson. Let's save it. AB's got to be the chalkiest player that's on the board tonight. So why not have a lineup without him? All right, I like the way it's shaping up. Hopefully my Hayward Bay gamble pays off. If not, I still have Peyton Barber and James Washington. You guys got the lineups. Hey, real quick, I want to pan to predict picks, show you just how easy this site is, guys. Let me click off a little conversation there. So the gist of the game, once you sign in, the rules are how to play. Select 2, 3, or 4 players. Okay. And then you're going to predict if they go over or under their projected total. So they basically use PPG, or the same PPG's point system as DraftKings. So you're either going to choose Ben Roethlisberger to go over or under 23. Fitzpatrick's at a 22. Fitzpatrick any over looks mighty nice right now. And look, they have Antonio all the way up to 25. Mike Evans, 17. Mike Evans looks like a nice over. Deshaun Jackson only at a 12. James Conner all the way up at a 19. It looks to me as if these guys know that the Steelers are going to come out and do their thing tonight. Wow, they even have defensive players. So that's something new, guys. They have the Buccaneers kicker. They knew better to put, wow, Boswell's an easy under. Guys, I would jump on that if I were you. Guys, I can get you a direct invite. You'll start off with a free 3-pick. That'll win you $25. Once you're in the game, you can refer other people and have a shot at winning $400. Guys, great game. There's also MLB on the board for tonight. They also cover PGA, NCAA football, NBA, CSGO. I mean, this is a great site, and I suggest you try it out for free. I can get you a direct invite, or you can sign up using my invite code. Just go to www.predictpicks.com, click on I was invited by a friend, and make sure you use my invite code Greek. Now that I got those lineups out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and give you my prediction for tonight's game. I do look for the Steelers to get back on track. I like the Steelers to win 35-24. Player of the game, Ben Roethlisberger. Look for that Steelers defense to come up big a few times tonight. They have a lot of reasons to prove who they are. And one of the reasons is right there where I'm pointing at, this goofball right here. So if you're not a Steelers fan, oh well, I am. It's time to win. Let's get it. Running down some quick news here. I see Garoppolo's out for the year. Torn ACL. Isn't that a shame? What's up with those Patriots anyways? About time they started losing some games, huh? Looks like the Jets are interested in our boy Weed Puffer. I got news for you, Le'Veon. Marijuana is not illegal in New York. Go to Denver. Cowboys. Great game, guys. It was time for Seattle to pull one out. But NFL's starting to look like the upside down. I mean, we got Green Bay losing. We got New England losing. What, do we transport it back to 1989 or what? Buffalo beating Minnesota. The Steelers stink. What's going on? I say the Steelers win and put everything back in place in the universe this evening. But guys, I appreciate your viewership. Make sure you share the video, subscribe, get signed up to Predict Picks. Don't forget that drawing, $50 coming up on Thursday. And make sure you take those Steelers plus the points. Take it over. That's about all I have for you guys tonight. Got to get back in touch with Brandon and Hannah. We have some more true paranormal stories on the way for you guys, if you guys are into that. But until then, make sure you play these 300 lineups I gave you guys tonight. Great fortune to everybody. Roll, Red, roll. Go Steelers. Let's get it. Greek out.